Welcome to the Department of Defense Education Activity Personnel Security Process Overview. We are excited you are seeking employment or looking to become a volunteer in our military-connected schools. This video will explain the security process required to join the One DoDEA team and support our military-connected students. We will also discuss the federally regulated process to collect and review your background information, how to fill out required documents for employment opportunities at DoDEA, why honesty is the best policy to streamline your vetting timeline, and why this process can take several weeks. Human Resources will provide you a tentative job offer via email if you are selected for the desired position you interviewed for. If you are applying for a new hire position, such as a teacher or ed aide, for example, Human Resources will provide new employment forms to be filled out to start your security process along with other required documents. If you are applying to be a contractor, such as a bus driver, for example, the contracting officer representative known as the Corps will contact you. If you are applying to be a specified volunteer, such as a coach in a DoDEA school, for example, the school volunteer coordinator will inform you of the required documents. Please note that the requirements for a specified volunteer are less extensive than full-time positions. A personnel security specialist from DoDEA will review the security forms you submitted to determine if the form is correctly filled out and to determine if additional information is needed to complete the security process. If additional information is needed, the personnel security specialist from DoDEA will contact you by email, so please remember to check your junk email box to ensure the email has been received. If additional information is required to complete your security processing, it is your responsibility to provide the additional information in a timely manner. Processing will not continue until all required documents have been received. This might include missing information on required forms or a failure to provide fingerprint cards from each U.S. state in which you have lived during the past 5 years, which may be necessary when seeking employment for childcare positions. Please be aware that the security process can take several weeks or longer to complete, as there are several third-party U.S. federal agencies involved in this process. The Federal Bureau of Investigation must process your fingerprint information. The Centralized Suitability Service Center must obtain the Installation Records Checks and Family Advocacy Program Check, and the Personnel Security Investigation Center of Excellence, also known as the PSI-COE, must review electronic questionnaires for investigations processing, also known as EQIP. A representative from PSI-COE will contact you to set up the access required to complete your questionnaire for investigations processing and will support you with any questions related to that part of the process. It's important that you respond to their requests and take action to complete your forms within the time frame they specify. Not following the instructions from the PSI-COE representative can cause delays in your overall processing. Please be patient as each agency reviews your documentation throughout this process. When your initial security process is complete, Human Resources will notify you. They will also inform you about your start date and about other employee hire actions. Additionally, they will contact you if more information is required or to rescind a tentative job offer. The following is a list of common mistakes individuals make when completing the security forms. Failure to provide an accurate and complete Social Security number. Failure to submit a valid selective service number. Failure to provide an applicant's signature. Failing to be honest throughout the hiring process. Failing to provide 5 years of residence or an applicant's physical address. And in some cases, providing too much information. Remember to keep it simple. Avoiding these common mistakes will ensure that your information is processed as quickly as possible. There are a few things to remember when applying for federal employment. Receiving an official job offer is contingent upon your ability to successfully complete all pre-employment requirements, as stated in the vacancy announcement, to include a background investigation. You are required by law and regulation to have a background investigation conducted to determine your suitability for federal employment or volunteer with children under the age of 18. The background investigation must be initiated prior to receiving a firm offer of employment. And though you may have negative information in your background, you may still be considered. Lastly, please remember the security process can take several weeks and involves several third-party federal agencies, so please be patient. We hope this brief presentation has been informative and helpful. By adhering to these simple guidelines, you can assist in making your onboarding experience as efficient as possible.